welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another day off. Me and Ethan are both off today and we are on our way to the annual plant sale that happens every year here in Orlando. We went for the first time last year and loved it, but this time, since we have the house, I set on very specific things for the house and the garden, so we're hoping we can find what we need today. It's beautiful out. It's only like 60 something degrees, so it's honestly a great day and we're not gonna sweat to death out there. But we're very excited for this day off because we're gonna go to the plant sale, have a good time there. We also plan on heading down to Disney Springs and going to Gideons just because I haven't been since I left, but their cookie for the month is Ethan's absolute favorite. So we are going to stock up on some of those today and we'll see what else we do today, but we're gonna bring you along, so let's go. All right, we finally found a parking spot. We almost had to beat up an old lady for it, but we came prepared this year. Because last year when we came, we noticed like everyone has a wagon and we were newbies and didn't think about a wagon to carry all these plants. But we got a wagon this year. We are ready. I really honestly masters at this point. I really want to find some stuff for the garden, some like herbs and flowers to plant in there to get to attract pollinators and to control pests. And then I'm thinking about doing another blueberry plant just so I can cross-pollinate. And I think, Ethan, you want to look at shrubs, right?
Yeah, potentially.
And we really need a longer hose, so we'll see what else we can find. All right, I found my blueberry plant. It's very great having the wagon, but it's definitely a little more chaotic because it's like everyone has a wagon and you're all bumping into each other and like trying to get through. All right, I'm on a roll, so we're knocking this out. We have a blueberry plant, we've got some marigolds, and what are these? Daisies? I don't know. There's already a bee on it, so these are gonna go in the garden to help attract pollinators. And then I found basil and spearmint that will also go in there to deter bugs. All right guys, we are heading out from the plant sale. Overall, I say it was a very successful trip. We got some herbs, we got some flowers, we've got some things to put in the front yard. They were handing out a bunch of like seed packets of like wildflower seeds and some herb seeds, so I think we'll try planting some of that too. Oh yeah, I got a blueberry plant as well. But we're heading out now. We really lucked out with parking and finding a spot and just the weather being absolutely gorgeous. So I think we're gonna head home and drop these plants off, but we're gonna grab some lunch at this place we passed by, but never heard of it, but it looks like the cutest little like luncheon spot. So I think we're gonna grab some lunch and take it to go and take it home so we can continue our little day off. All right, we decided to change of plans. We did want to go to Gideons at some point today. We were gonna go to Disney Springs, but I'm anticipating it's gonna be busy, and this way we can stay home more for the rest of the day. We're gonna go to the East End Market location, which I haven't been to this location since my interview years ago, 4 years ago at this point. So we're gonna get the cookies here. I won't get to see any of my like friends I used to work with, but oh well. And then I guess we'll try and find that place we drove by for lunch. After I don't even know how long, we finally have our Gideons cookies and we finally have our lunch that we are now finally going home. It's like 1:30 now, so we're eating kind of a late lunch, but it's kind of overcast, so I'm glad we'll just kind of be home for the rest of the day and can work on the garden and get some house projects done and just kind of relax, because we do have an exciting day tomorrow that we're gonna be at our Epic Universe team member preview tomorrow. We both already have gone, but we have a bunch of different opportunities to go, so we're going together tomorrow and getting to do a bunch of different stuff, so we'll be out all day tomorrow. So today needs to be still like a relaxing type of day. We're about to eat our lunch on the patio, and just like looking out on just everything, like this is exactly what I've been dreaming of, is being able to enjoy days off with someone that I love, enjoy life, and enjoy getting to try new places, try new things to do around town. And it's just like very nice to have days like this where we're doing fun things. Made myself a little coffee. It's everything like we've been hoping for to be able to do together. Don't you agree? Alright, after a yummy lunch and some relaxing at home, we are back out, and this time headed to Target to get all of the supplies we need to do stuff with the plants tonight. I want to get another bag of soil just in case, and then I need to get some more soil for my blueberries, which blueberries need a very acidic soil, so I have to get more of a specific type, and I'm pretty sure I got it at Target last time. So we're gonna head to Target. We also both kind of need new gardening gloves, so we're gonna look for some there and just see what we find. All right, it is 4:30 p.m. We are finally home for the night, no more errands, and we have both chugged half a Celsius. So I finally have the energy to do things where I've been dragging all day long. So we are gonna start all of our gardening tasks, and by we I mean me. I'm gonna take the plants we got today and put them in the garden or in pots or repot them, things of that sort, before the sun goes down, which we have about 2 hours, I'd say. I got some new gardening gloves at Target because ours were getting a bit old. And we got some soil. They didn't have the soil I specifically wanted, but they had one kind of close to it, so I think it should be fine. So I'm gonna load up the little wagon and we are going to get everything moving. Sunglasses on, let's go. All right, we finally got all of our supplies in the garden, but we have a lot of projects to do. So let me kind of explain what's going on here. Behind me, we have the 2 flowers I bought today. These are gonna go right there in the garden. They're dead smack in the middle, so it'll attract pollinators. And then I have my new blueberry plant. I'm gonna put it into a more permanent pot. I was thinking something like this, which is basically the same size it's already in, just slightly bigger. But then I wasn't sure if it wasn't big enough, so I do have this size pot, which is a bit bigger, and then I wanted to transplant my current blueberry plant into a different pot just because it's been sitting in there for like the past year, so it probably could use some new soil. It's currently huge, and I don't have a bigger pot, but I do have this one that's a little bit smaller, but I think it should still fit, so I think I'm gonna transplant it into that. But it's gonna be pretty difficult because it is very big and I don't want to get dirt everywhere. Also couldn't find the exact soil I was looking for, but I think what I might have done last year is I got like normal soil and just added my blueberry fertilizer into it to make sure the soil was acidic enough. So that's what I did. I got some more organic soil, same brand I've been using for the garden, just like slightly different. It's just like a premium blend organic potting mix. It's not like specifically for raised garden beds. And then I have this fertilizer that is specifically for blueberries to make the soil acidic. I also need to plant the basil and the mint and spread that around the garden, and the garden looks very dry, so I need to water it again, even though I just watered it this morning. So lots of projects to do, so let's get going. Blueberries are transplanted and in their new pots. So now I'm gonna start working on these flowers. I think I'm gonna have to pour some of this potting mix on top of the garden just to give it a little bit more room. But hopefully this attracts plenty of new pollinators to the garden. So I think my zucchinis are gonna start blooming soon, which will be very fun. hose trying to get to the back of the garden. Yeah, replanted both of them. Aha! Ooh, plants. Flowers. It's definitely not in a straight line, but just ignore that and hopefully this will look great. And these are zinnias growing next to it, so that'll be more flowers eventually. Now the next thing we need to do is deal with these herbs. Basil is really great to be planted near tomatoes and peppers because they help deter pests and they are really good companion plants, so they work very well together. So I'm gonna try and spread the basil out into like a couple different spots by my peppers and tomatoes and separate out the plants. And then the mint, what I read online is that it's great for repelling pests, but it could be best to put it contained inside of a pot because it can spread really quickly and be very aggressive. So thinking about splitting up the mint and trying to put them in these little pots and like putting them on the corners of the garden so they are contained. I'm not sure if these are going to be too small, so I could try and just like spread them out into like bigger pots. But we're gonna see how that separates. I was able to separate out the basil into two different plants, put a basil plant next to each of my little tomato cubes, so hopefully that works well for them. Mint was not able to separate. The roots were just so tightly bound, I like literally couldn't get them apart, so I just put them in a slightly bigger pot and put them on the corner of the garden, so hopefully that deters some pests with the smell of spearmint, and it's very strong. I like felt like I was handling like a giant wad of gum. My last project out here in the garden is we got a bunch of these wildflower seeds from the plant sale today. So I'm gonna put them all together and I think put them in a pot with dirt and see how they grow. Eventually, you know, might transplant them out here in the garden. And then they also gave us this little seed, I don't even know what you call this, but it's got herb seeds in it, and you plant this in the ground and then you like see what plant sprouts up. I forget, they said like basil, maybe like thyme and oregano or something like that, like, but I don't really know which one it's gonna be, so that'll be kind of cool. Just plant it somewhere in the garden. Those herbs are also really good for deterring pests and they work well with what I'm planting, so should be good either way.